Uh, in the vectors, basically, yes, anyone having the idea? Yes, Ali Muhammad, you have the idea what is vector? Ali Muhammad, what
No,
what is vector?
I don't know the definition.
Okay.
Mister, I don't know the definition.
Basically, a vector is just we have to use the vector to represent the movement of certain magnitude and direction. For example, you're saying that I'm going to be applying a force of 10 Newton. Obviously, you're applying a force in any specific direction, and they have any magnitude, means you are applying the 10 Newton force, 2 Newton force, 100 Newtons force. These are some magnitude. In the same way, for example, if you are going to be talking about the velocity, velocity you have done in your physics that it is going to be the displacement that you are going to be covered into the certain time, right? And the unit is meter per second. So obviously it is has a magnitude and it has a specific direction. The force is easy. For example, if you are applying a force, this is an object here. You are applying a force. So obviously you are applying in a specific direction and they have some magnitude. Let's say you have applying a 4 Newton force. So that's why we had to say that movement of the certain magnitude, the magnitude is 4 Newton, and in a given direction, in this situation, the direction is towards the right side. It may be towards upward or the downward as well. Normally, we have to show the vector like this way. This is the vector. The length of this vector is shows the magnitude of this one, and the arrow sign shows the direction. Now, sometimes we have to be show it by this way. This is a line. The arrow will be here. So this arrow shows the direction, and the length of this one is shows the magnitude. Yes, everyone. Any question till here?
No, okay.
No, it's
So
okay.
there are two things, the magnitude and direction. So the length of a vector shows magnitude and arrow shows the direction of the vector. Obviously, it's a force, so it will be direction of force. If it is velocity, it is direction of velocity. Now, how we are going to be show the vector? I already drawn it. The second thing about the representation of vectors. For example, you have to draw a vector like this way. Let's say this is the vector from A to B. So if we are just going to be written as, so we can show it by A, B vector, we have to make a line. The line shows that it is a vector. It also shows by A, B, there will be an arrow on the top. Okay. It also have a same meaning. We have to show it by, we have A, B, but we have to just make an arrow like the on the above. Not normally I'm using this one. And you have to show it by to make a line on the bottom. It also represent the vector. But in our syllabus, normally we are going to be use this one. Yes, everyone. Any question? This is the representation of the vector. And sometimes, for example, it is a vector from A to B. We have to be show it by the general vector. It is a specific vector. Specific vector means it must start from the point A and it must end at a B. But for example, if I'm just going to be give a general name that is vector A, let's say. So this vector A just shows the magnitude and direction. This magnitude of and direction will be here. It can be here. It can be here. It can be here. Anywhere on the grid. But in this vector, because it is from A to B, means it is from point A to point B. So it must start from the point A and must end at the point B. Yes, everyone. Any question till here?
No.
No.
Look at here. You have this vector, and you are going to be reverse them. You have the same magnitude. Everything is same, but you have to flip them. So now I'm just assuming that this is point A dash, this is B dash. So it will become the negative of A, B, because we just have to change the direction. The direction is right in this one towards the right side. Now it will become towards the left side. So we have to change the sign. In the same way, this is the vector A. You're just going to be change the direction. Like I'm just going to be magnitude and each and everything is same. We just have to change the direction. So we are going to be represented by negative A. All right. So magnitude is exactly same. We just have to change the direction. So what we have to use? We have to apply the negative sign. Yes, everyone. Any question till here? So from here we will get that the vector AB can never be equal to BA because from A to B it is moving from A to B. From B to A it is you're moving from B to A. The direction is opposite, so they can never be same. Anyone having a question till here?
No.
In the vector, we have only two things. The one that is the magnitude, and the second that is the direction. Yes, Rahaf Ahmed, Ahmed Muhammad, Ayad Faullah.
All clear.
All right. The next thing that we have to be discussed that is the unit vector. A unit vector is a vector. It has a specific direction, but the magnitude of this vector, because I told you in the vector we have only two things. The one magnitude, the second direction. So unit vector is a vector in which the magnitude of the vector must be 1. That type of vectors are known as unit vectors. So vector having one unit magnitude used to show the direction of a vector. Those vectors are known as the unit vector. All right. For example, this is the vector. If you're talking about the length from here to here, that must be one unit. It can be 1 centimeter, it can be 1 meter, 1 kilometer, the unit in which you are talking about. All right. Yes, everyone. Any question till here?
No.
Okay, let me take it down. Okay, in the representation, I told you if you have a vector, so the length of the vector shows the magnitude and the arrow sign shows the direction, and these are the different notations that we have to use to show the vector. For example, if you have let's take a grid. All right, I'm going to take a grid. Let's say we have a vector from here to here. It is going to be started from A, let's say, and it is ended at B. So normally we have to show a vector in this notation, X value, Y value. If you are moving towards the right side, so this value will be positive. Like you are moving towards the right side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. So you are moving towards the right side, so this value will be positive. And if you have a vector, you are moving towards the left side, so the X value will be negative. For example, if you have a vector, let's say these are vectors C to D. This is the vector. So we are going to be show the direction. So look at here in this situation, we are moving from 1, 2, 3, 4. We are moving towards the left side. So it is 4 as well, but this 4 is negative value. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are moving towards the left side, so it is negative 4. In this situation, you 1, 2, 3, 4. You are moving towards the right side, so this is positive 4. Yes, everyone, this point is clear.
Yes, Mr.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Y value is if you are moving from towards the upward, 1, 2, 3, like you're moving upward, so these values will be positive, so it will be positive 3. And in this situation, you are also moving upward. It is positive 3 as well. So if I'm going to be show the vector AB, so I'm going to be get X value that is positive 4, Y value positive 3. If I'm going to be show the vector CD, the X value is minus 4, the Y value is positive 3. Yes, everyone. Any question till here? Is it clear how to represent the vector?
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Yes, miss.
All right, I'm just going to be drawing the two vectors. Just tell me the vector in this format. This is the vector A, and this is the vector B. Tell me the vector A, the X values and Y
4 and 3
values.
also.
Yes,
4 and 3.
positive 4 and positive 3.
Yes.
For A.
1, 2, 3, 4. Is it positive 4? One, 2, 3. So it will be positive 3. So X value is positive 4 and Y value is positive 3. Yes, any grade 10 student. Tell me this vector, vector B, the column vector form. This is known as column vector. Yes, tell me the vector B in the column vector form.
X is no, Y is -3
Y is -3.
and -5.
1, 2, 3, -3. 1, 2, 3, -3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be -5. Yes, anyone having a confusion till here? Ahmed
No,
Muhammad,
it's clear.
Ayad Faullah.
No, clear.
Okay, this is we are going to be writing the vector into the column vector form. Okay, we are going to be also write it in terms of unit vector. In terms of unit vectors. For example, you have a vector A that is 4, 3. We can also write it as 4i plus 3j. The I vector and the j vectors, they are the unit vectors that shows the direction. We have to use I for x coordinate and we have to use the j vector. It is a unit vector, mean magnitude is 1, just shows the direction. We have to use for y coordinate. For example, this is the grid. So for the x-axis, we need to be show the direction. We have to show it by I, and for the y direction, we have to show it by j. And obviously, I and j are because I shows the x coordinate, j shows the y coordinates, means the direction only. So they are perpendicular because x and y are perpendicular. Perpendicular unit vectors. Yes, Ayada Faullah. Tell me, for example, if you have a vector AB, the column vector, it is 3 minus 5. Tell me in the form of I and j. So that will be equal to
ER,
sorry,
ER,
3i
J.
minus 5j. 3i, the x value, minus 5j. Both are the exactly the same thing, but having a different format. It is in column vectors and it is in terms of unit vectors. Yes, everyone. Any question till here?
No, clear.
All right. Just a minute. All right. We have a question. In the A part, he is going to be asked you write the column vector of A. Yes, that will be equal to. Yes, the column vector of A is equal to.
It will be 5, 3. Positive 5, positive 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is positive 5. 1, 2, 3. It is positive 3. So we get 5 and 3. In the B part, he is just going to be asked you write the column vector A in using the unit vector I and J. Yes, Muhammad Nagi, that will be equal to.
That would be equal to 5i and minus 3j.
Y minus, it is positive.
Oh, yes, sorry, positive 3j.
Positive 3
J.
J. Yes, everyone. Any question? Okay, one more thing. When he's just going to be talking about the representation, so we have to write the arrows. But when he is going to be write it, he is not write it like this way. He just bold them. He just write A, B. Or when we are going to be writing it, that is equal to AB vector. It is in bold form. When it everything is written in the bold form, so you have to understand that it is a vector. Okay? Because in the paper, normally examiner is going to be used this notation. All right, let's move on. The next thing that is about the magnitude of vector. Because I told you in the vector we have two main things. The one is the magnitude and the second is the direction. So first of all, we have to understand the representations. Now let's see how to understand that how we are able to find the magnitude of a vector. Let's say we have a vector. This is the vector from A to B. Let's write it into the column form. Yes, Rahaf Ahmed, that will be equal to. Yes, Rahaf Ahmed, write the vector AB into the column form.
X is going to be positive 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Y is
Positive 3.
positive 3. So 7 by 3. And for example, if I'm just going to be writing the same vector, yes, Ahmed Muhammad, if I'm going to be writing the same vector in IJ form, so that will be equal to.
So it will be 7i plus 3j.
Plus 3J. All right, now if you want to find the magnitude of the vector is shown by AB, the vector. Look at here, we have the straight lines. These straight lines, we are talking about the magnitude of the vector. If it is without lines, it is a vector. When you have to make these lines, this is the representation for the magnitude, and that will be equal to the root of x value square plus y value square. Is it, if you have done the coordinate geometry, it is exactly the same that you have done in the coordinate geometry. The x value square plus y value square. For example, in this example, if I'm just going to be find the magnitude, this is the main formula for the magnitude. In this example, if you are finding the magnitude, so that will be equal to 7 square plus 3 square. The 7 square is 49, 49 plus 9, 58.
50.
So we are going to be get the vector AB magnitude is equal to root 58. Yes, everyone, it is clear.
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Now look at here, we have a question here. He says that a vector sy, that is minus 12 and 5, find xy, these are straight lines. It means that he's asking about the magnitude of the vectors. So xy, the magnitude of the vector will be equal to x value square plus y value square. What is x value?
12 square, negative 12.
Minus 12, and y value is 5.
5.
5.
So it is 144 plus 25. That will
169.
become 169. It will be
13.
Equals 13.
13. Yes, everyone. Any question till here? This is
Okay.
about the magnitude of the vector. All right. The next thing, for example, if examiner is going to be give you any vector and he says that you need to be find the unit vector. Find the unit vector. Now, how we can find the unit vector? The unit vector is equal to, it normally shows by a small cap on it, like this way. When this is the notation, you have to be understand that he's talking about the unit vector. Unit vector is also the vector, but what is the difference? It has the magnitude of the vector is 1. That will be equal to the vector A divided by the magnitude of that vector. For example, if I'm just going to show that this is the vector, that is the vector A. So I'm just going to be making a small vector here, and it is a vector that shows the same magnitude. So it is basically a unit vector because the direction is exactly same, but the magnitude of this vector is 1 unit. How to find it? We have to find a unit vector that will be equal to the vector divided by the magnitude of that vector. So let's see how to find the unit vector of this one. This is the B part. So I just told you the formula. The unit vector is equal to the vector divided by the magnitude of the vectors. Okay, the notations are really important. Okay, you must have to understand that if I'm just going to be making a line, it means that magnitude. If it is without line, means it is a vector. It is a satellite of cap. It is means that we are talking about the unit vector. Okay, it is not a, it is the xy. So we have to write the formula. So it is xy. Let's write it. Complete unit vector of xy, that will be equal to xy vector divided by magnitude of xy. So the vector we have,
minus 12i plus 5j.
yeah, we have to write into the form. It will be minus 12i plus 5j divided by the magnitude. The magnitude we already find, that is 13. So I'm going to be get the vector minus 12 divided by 13i plus 5 divided by 13j. This is the unit vector of x, y. So till here we have to understand that how to find the magnitude of the vector and how we are able to find, because the second thing is direction. And I told you we have to use a unit vector for direction. So how to find the direction? We have to find the direction by the vector divided by the magnitude of that vectors. Yes, everyone. Any question till here?
No, it's not clear.
All right. Let's take an example. For example, he says that you have a vector 4i plus 7j, and he says that find the unit vector of A. We know that if you are going to be find the unit vector of A, we need to be find the two things. That will be the vector divided by magnitude. So first of all, we have to vector we already have. The second thing that we need to be find, that is the magnitude. So the magnitude of the vector will be equal to root of x value square plus y value square. The x value is 4. Yes. Yes, I follow. You have any question?
No, it's not clear.
Yes, please tell me what that will be equal to. 16, 16 plus 49.
56. No, sorry, 65.
65. This is the magnitude. But we need to be find the unit vector. So unit vector will be equal to the vector, that is 4i plus 7j divided by magnitude. But we need to be separate the values of x and y. So unit vector of A will be equal to 4 divided by root 65 I plus 7 divided by root 65, that will be j. It is basically the unit vector of A. Yes, anyone is here who did not understand that how to find the unit vector of any given vector?
No clear.
All right. All right, everyone, let's meet after 5 minutes and we are going to be continue.